Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 1, Episode 45 of my show, but this is about Episode 43. Now, before I start talking about it, I just want to mention a couple of things. For one, like I said in my previous video, I stated that this video will have to be a bit over 20 minutes, probably. This episode I'm talking about is like a bit 21 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to make this one a bit over 20 minutes. Just get that out of the way. And also, this is actually my first video for July, so I just want to thank you for your support that you gave me for the previous month, stuff like that. And now, before I actually start talking about it, I just want to mention one more thing. After this video, I'll have to make one under 20 minutes, and then the next one after that will have to be under 19. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Okay, now getting into it. This is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 1, Episode 45 of my show, but this is about Episode 43. Now, getting into it, Episode 43 in the English dub, I'll explain to you what it's called in both the English and Japanese dubs, if you don't mind. The English dub version of the episode is called Playing Games, and the Japanese version of the episode is known as Pinocchiomon's Deadly Game. Now that's a good title for it, and the fact that it's the first episode where they fight Puppetmon and stuff. But the way this episode starts off with where the last episode left off, where Greymon was stuck in MetalSeadramon's mouth, and he's, like I said, he's telling him that he's tired of playing around with Greymon and telling him to say goodbye. But then Greymon gets free because Greymon tackles MetalSeadramon. But then this is also kind of tragic in the fact that MetalSeadramon uses his River of Power attack and destroys Waymon and stuff. And then basically what happens is Greymon uses that as an opening to attack MetalSeadramon using the spinning version of his Terraforce. And basically what happens is he's saying that Greymon says, "There's so much for your impenetrable chrome digitoid armor." And then basically what happens is with MetalSeadramon defeated and stuff, and then in the next scene they're on the shore and Waymon's telling them, he's like, digidestined, like he's telling them before he disappears, digidestined, please save this world. And then he dissolves and stuff like that, and then Ty and the others are looking at the section of Spiral Mountain. They're looking at it, and it shows both Waymon and MetalSeadramon disappearing, and then the ocean part is disappearing as well. And basically what happens is after that, it goes where Puppetmon is, and Puppetmon and MetalSeadramon are, and Puppetmon's saying that is a bit unexpected. And then Puppetmon's like, tag, I'm in, MetalSeadramon out, Puppetmon in. Oh, it's kind of funny. Now, like I said, before I start to continue with this episode, I just want to mention what I'll do for the description of this video is I'll put in the description last episode where kids fight MetalSeadramon / first episode where they fight Puppetmon. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. For you guys and stuff. Anyway, and one last reminder, as I stated with Puppetmon's character model when I made the video over 20 minutes, I stated that he takes up like from episode 43 all the way to episode 47. So when I do the rest of the episodes for the up to episode 47, I just want you to bear with me as I get through that. I just get that out of the way. Anyway, and then after that they'll fight MetalSeadramon, and then after that the last couple of episodes we'll have them fighting Puppetmon, and then after that what will happen is after that that'll lead into the last 2 episodes of the season as I stated. So when I get to the video for the 52nd episode of the first season, what I'll do is I'll put in the description end of Dark Master Saga / Piedmon is defeated. Probably, that's what I'll put. Because it's the 52nd episode is called, in the English dub, it's called Piedmon's Last Jest, which is kind of funny. Anyway, continuing on, Blossomon is saying that the digital ocean is being reconfigured because they kicked the Dark Master's butt, and then Ty's thinking that there's nothing that can stop them, and then basically what happens after that is Joe is saying those wimpy Dark Masters better watch out for Super Joe and stuff like that. Anyway, and then basically what happens. Is they say that Ty said that they just move out, and then Mimi's telling them to wait because they haven't finished up doing what they're doing yet. And then basically what happens is Ty's wondering why they're doing that. And then Matt is saying that in case Ty hasn't noticed, some of their friends are gone and stuff, which is kind of true. Now this is where it doesn't make sense in my personal opinion, because when Mimi puts the grave markers, I can understand why she put it for Kiwimon, Waymon, and Piximon, but I really didn't get why she put one for Wizardmon. I know Wizardmon died during the 3rd arc when he tried to protect Pottery and Garamon, but that wasn't by the Dark Master Dan. That was kind of by my own Mon, so I really didn't understand why she did that. I really didn't. Again, I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And then Ty is basically saying that she doesn't want to fight because every time they fight, they lose another friend and stuff. And then basically what happens is Ty's saying, what better reason do they have to get rid of the Dark Masters, like payback for making all their friends disappear, going and stuff. And then Mimi's telling Ty to stop, and then Matt gets angry with Ty, where he's saying that why didn't he try to think about anybody else's feelings for a change? They all know Ty's right, but they should they've lost some good and at the same time remember them. And this is kind of where Matt kind of insults Ty a bit, where he said they miss their friends who fought alongside them, and he's saying to Ty that not everyone has ice running through their veins like he does, which I think is kind of harsh, because I think basically this is just my personal, honest, personal opinion. In my personal and honest opinion about this guy, I don't think Ty has ice running through his veins. I think he is mostly deeply affected by the Dark Master destroying his friends, but he's keeping it well hidden. That's basically what I'm trying to say. He's keeping it like well hidden, like deep inside himself and stuff. But he's keeping it hidden inside himself, and he doesn't want to really show it. But I guess at that point, I doesn't understand it, and once again, after this video, and I'll make one video under 20 minutes and one under 19 minutes, because the next kind of stuff, I just thought I'd get that over. Anyway, but still, I thought what Matt said was kind of harsh, because I think Ty did really care about what happened to them, to the Digimon that were their friends and stuff, but he just didn't want to show it. I guess he didn't want to show that he was upset. He didn't want to show his weakness. That's why. That's kind of why. That's kind of why I kind of got. Deep down inside, I was kind of angry with Matt's character when he said that. I just thought I'd get personal. Again, I'd get personal history with the show out of the way. Anyway, then they enter Puppetmon territory, and basically what happens is, basically what happens after that is, like I said, the MetalSeadramon rule over the forest. Now they're entering Puppetmon's territory, which is the forest section. Oh, and like I said, Puppetmon, the digidestined battle Puppetmon from this episode all the way to episode 47, so bear with me as I get to 47 and stuff. It won't take me really long to get to it, but just bear with me. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, while they're walking, they're all thinking about what's happened. Ty is saying that he's not as cold as Adam thinks he is. Is he? And Joe is thinking that everyone must be really mad at him. That's why they're not saying anything because they want to yell at him. And then Matt is basically thinking, that maybe he was a little hard on Ty, but they've got to really respect. Ty's really got to respect their feelings and stuff. And oh man. I just once again, one last thing about that. Like I said, 44. The next video and the video after this will be the kind of crucial point because that, as I stated when I did Puppetmon's character bio, I stated that 44/45, in my personal opinion, was the only time he actually managed to damage them. I'll explain later when I get to the video for episode 44 of season 1. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. This is Sweet Digimon. Anyway, just continuing on. They're walking through the forest area, and then Puppetmon's looking in the distance on this computer thing. He's like, now this goes into what I mentioned. Well, before I continue, there was one scene where Puppetmon showed up where he was at Spiral Mountain and he was like, tag, I'm out, MetalSeadramon out, Puppetmon in. I just thought I'd get that out of the way since I missed it. Stuff like that, I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, it goes to where he is in his little house that he has, and he's with this little weird Digimon that looks like a bird kind of thing. I'll explain who that is later on when he showed up, when his character bio showed up. Anyway, this also goes into what I mentioned when I did Puppetmon's character bio when he's like, if these kids take any longer to get here, I will develop wood rot! Oh my god. And then the thing that's talking to him, I guess I could explain to you who's talking to him right now. He's a bird-like Digimon. He's called Kiwimon and stuff like that. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Now, since I mentioned that, what I'm going to have to do is, since I've mentioned that, I'm going to have to put an extra thing in the description. I just thought I'd get of the video. I just thought I'd get that out of the way for you guys. As you see, I'm trying to buy for time. I'm trying to make sure this video, this episode I'm talking about is like 21 minutes long, so what I'm trying to do is I'm making this video over 20 minutes, a bit over 20, like I stated. Anyway, then Puppetmon uses this little remote thing that he has, and causes the ground to move, and but when that happens, they're staring at the forest, and and then basically what happens is, after that is, they get up into the tree, and then when they're in the tree, Ty's saying that they gotta find someone. By the one who's tormenting them sooner or later. And then that thing, oh come on, I gave it right. Why don't you go to a neutral corner with that already? And then Ty's kind of getting angry with that. Like basically what he's telling them is that they'll try it his way. They'll just sit in a tree and wait for their enemy to get at them and stuff. Oh my god. And then Matt is saying that that's not what he meant. And then Puppetmon then uses these little doll things to kind of control them, and like transport them to the trees, off the tree and stuff, and in different areas. And this is also goes into what I meant when I mentioned Puppetmon's character, where I said that he uses tricks like the doll things, for example. One instance where he uses the doll is he tickles TK's doll and he makes him start laughing and stuff. Oh my god, it's funny. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on, one last thing about the dolls. When they're all in different areas, and Matt and TK are together, they're saying that, that they can do fine without the others, especially Ty. And basically what happens after that is TK's reminding Matt that every one of them is part of a team. Each one of them played a crucial role in getting to where they are right now, especially Ty. Now this also kind of goes into what I mentioned when I did Matt and TK's character bio. Where I stated that later on, TK gets more independent, like dependent on himself rather than on his brother and stuff. And it's more like Matt is depending on TK and stuff. Like he needs TK around, but I think that's mainly because they split up, so they don't get to see each other that much. I just thought I'd get that one part out of the way. Because as I stated, they kind of technically they are brothers. They're not really brothers. They're half brothers because of the event. You know, you tear it, don't die, but. I just thought I'd get that out of the way one last time. Anyway, then Matt's thinking to himself that he's pushing everyone away and stuff. And then, Puppetmon is looking at them, at TK and Matt in the tree and stuff, and he thinks TK should be fun to scare. And then Kiwimon's, then the Digimon that looks like a bird kind of thing is saying that does he want him to go with Puppetmon to get him for him, and he says he'll get him himself. So what he does is he goes out of his house and he goes to where Matt and TK are, and he says that he just wants to have a little game of war with TK, like TK's wondering like play, like pretend and stuff, and then Puppetmon is basically saying that of course like. At least in the beginning it'll be pretend, but then you'll have to destroy them for real, because if you destroyed them when he first found them, it wouldn't be no fun. And then basically what happens is Matt's telling TK to not listen to Puppetmon what he's saying, and then Puppetmon is basically telling him to don't lie to him or no one will go. That's kind of a Walt Disney kind of reference, because if you remember what I said, Puppetmon is basically a Digimon that looks like kind of a Pinocchio, and if you guys remember those old Walt Disney films, Pinocchio was a puppet that wanted to be a human boy, and every time he lied, like his nose grew longer and stuff. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, and then to shut Matt up, he throws this red thing at him, and then basically what happens is after that, he's telling TK to come with them, and TK doesn't want to come with him, but then Puppetmon is saying that if he doesn't come with them, it's no fun. Maybe instead he'll destroy Matt, and then he says he'll come. And then basically what happens is they go to Puppetmon's house that's in the woods, and then they play a little game of hide and seek, but it's not really a game of hide and seek, really. Basically what happens is Puppetmon is saying, now TK hides, and he can destroy, because he wanted to have a little fun with TK first before he destroyed him. That's why I was laughing there. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, they're running and running and running, and then later on, Puppetmon finds TK, and but first I should just mention there's one other thing. There when TK was hiding, there were two other Digimon that showed up. That were two others. They were called them. One of them was called Mushroomon, and the other was called Blossomon. I just thought I'd get that small part of the way. I might put that in the description also. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, after TK gets found by Puppetmon, he's saying that he found him and the game's over, and he says that he's gonna destroy him in a minute. But first, he gotta find that's what he gets having a leg made of poison oak, and then he tricks. And later on, he gets away, and then after that, what happens is basically Matt and the others are ecstatic about having him back. And then basically what happens is, basically what happens after that is he's saying that, he shows them the dolls, and then Matt goes off on his own, and that's basically where the episode stops. So if you guys like this video on YouTube, just please give it the real best you guys can, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep it digital.